The tallest building in the United States, One World Trade Center. Looking glorious tonight as we come to you from New York. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast day. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Craig Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles.
More methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have two names for you, Stockton and Malone. How good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
And now the opening to Diallo. Fades back. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Knicks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Randall. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Well, using some serious moves and lateral quickness, that gets him right past the defense. Julius Randle with a nice move.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Their emphasis will be focusing on slowing down Julius Randle in the paint. Coach said he's always been a great finisher, and we have to respect that. So we can't let him get comfortable down there. It's a big task when Randle gets himself going. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Randle no good. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Outside Rose. Pass to Noel. He kicks to Rose. And he lays it straight in.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Fires from deep. Doumbouya, good.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Pass to Hayes. There's the triple. And another 3 for Detroit.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Right side Rose. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Shot on the wing. Offensive rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Hayes. Over Rose. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur, Greg.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the floor for Detroit, you've got Hayes, Okafor out there with Lyons. Then it's Corey Joseph, and it's Bay in at the 3, the small forward. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. For New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt, as your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. Those are guys that have really feasted.
Here's Cunningham. Randall grabs the board.
That's one he knows he should have drained. And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward. He has other ways to get at you offensively.
Here is Cunningham following the basket by Julius Randle.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Hangs in the air, and the layup by Walker.
And
he can't get that one to fall. And New York the other way now. Pass to Fournier. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Now, this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in R.J. Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
Passes to Cunningham. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And then Randall slams it in.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
Bounce pass from Diallo. There's the lob to the hoop.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
That's a two-pointer from Walker. It doesn't go for him. And Detroit the other way now.
something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 6-point Piston lead.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Cunningham looking it over. Shoots over Walker. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Pistons on top. They're up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Kemba Walker is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Barrett at the 3.
Pretty good job on the release there from RJ to get that ball away before the defense could impact.
Diallo, the pass to Olynyk. Over Randall. They get it back.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Randall right side. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Olynyk.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
That free throw good from Randall. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size, a pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Both free throws good from Randall. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Randall against Olynyk. That shot is off.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And here's Walker. And again, it's New York.
And the pick and roll so effective when the ball's in Walker's hands. You can count on him to make the right read almost every time.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
For the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Barrett. And it's Burks in for Fournier. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Isles checked in. He tries for 3. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 5 points so far. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now Walker, he has 6. And the basket is good.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. The pass to Lyles. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Randall. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. The fast break chance. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
So easy to respect Taj Gibson and the way he goes about his business. A strong leader on and off the floor.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
For the Knicks, Nerlens Noel checks in for Julius Randle. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dwayne Bacon. Pistons. Now, here's Doumbouya. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Lyles. Here's Bay. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And here's Walker outside. That one doesn't go. And the Pistons now going the other way. Hayes the pass to Lyles, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 3.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Floats one up, and Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got his second bucket.
I think RJ found that floater right as he got into the area. One more step, he's able to spot the rim. Soft touch.
Shoots the 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Noel. And Walker kicks to Barrett. New York moving the ball around. It's stolen by Lyles. Here's Bay. He's covered by Rose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. Fournier with the ball. Got it off in time, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. They've got Doumbouya. He's out there with Cunningham. And it's Stewart in at the center. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 6-point game. Here's Bay, and the shot is good. Bay's got 10 points here in the second half.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pistons leading by 6. Here's Hayes. Passes it to Doumbouya. Rebound by Rose.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Julius Randle's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. The shot's good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Cunningham passes to Diallo. Shoots a three. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks to Rose. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I think there are a lot of big men in this league who don't realize that Mitchell Robinson has that kind of quickness. They end up fouling him quite a bit.
And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his 2nd season.
Maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
Good on the 2nd free throw.
Well, the Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
And here's Diallo. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam. 1:15 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Walker in the post. Cunningham's there.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And a master at creating space. Walker can get his shot off in a variety of ways.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. New York calls timeout. They trail by 8. 19 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
"19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Burks can't get it to go. Now Joseph. And so the Pistons take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.